We got word today or yesterday, late yesterday, early today.
Yeah.
Our friend Jizzy Pearl,
the Jizzo,
is now singing for Quiet Riot.
Didn't.
And I read that, and I'm thinking, okay, I would never want to deny Jizzy a gig.
Sure.
But Quiet Riot?
Why is that bad?
I just don't...
I had this argument. I actually had this argument on Blabbermouth today, but I'll let you go, and then I'll answer.
All right. Well, when I think of the Quiet Riot sound, okay, Jizzy Pearl does not come to mind as far as the vocalists come from. Then that's not to say that Jizzy is not a worthy vocalist.
Okay.
Just not for that sound.
Did Jizzy seem like a worthy vocalist for the sound of LA Guns?
I
would say no, but
no, not really.
You didn't think it worked?
But that didn't last very long, though.
2 runs.
Yeah, but you know, he did well in Rat.
His voice fit Rat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that was a good, fairly good mix, fairly good fit. But Quiet Riot, he's not the same style vocalist as, obviously Kevin Dubrow. I mean, I wasn't even a fan of the Paul Shortino era at all, because I was just like, that's not really Quiet Riot. That doesn't even sound like Quiet Riot with Paul. And as you know, in this past year, I got to know Paul over the interview.
Sure.
Really nice guy and stuff, but not Quiet Riot.
No. Well, I mean, I am of the mindset, and I've always been of the mindset that Kevin was pretty much Quiet Riot.
Yeah, I mean, but that guy, whatever that guy's name was.
Yeah, the last guy?
Yeah. He sounded a lot like Kevin.
He did, and so did the brain cancer guy.
Right.
That guy sounded exactly like Kevin.
He did.
Too bad he had to go and fuck up with brain cancer.
Right.
Fucking slacker.
Totally his fault.
Yeah, maybe there should be a petition for him online.
Right.
Let him back in Quiet Riot.
Sure.
Brain cancer shouldn't get you fired.
So Frankie, obviously the driving force behind, keeping Quiet Riot alive, at least had the presence of mind to go out and find, 2 fairly similar vocalists that had similar sound quality to Kevin Dubrow. But okay. I just don't see that in Jizzy at all.
So why do you think Jizzy got the gig?
I don't know the answer.
Because he can't be cheaper than those other 2 guys that nobody ever heard of.
I don't even know if it has anything to do with money. I just think it has to do with being a journeyman singer.
But why would they let the other guy go?
I don't know. Maybe he was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that could be too. But there's video out there of that guy. They did some kind of an unplugged show, and they were doing like Mental Health Unplugged with that last guy. And he was fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really good and sounded just like Kevin.
Right.
Yeah, I will agree with you that it's not going to sound like Quiet Riot. It's going to sound like Jizzy Pearl.
Yeah, singing Quiet Riot tunes.
Right, Quiet Riot tunes.
And the first thing that came to mind...
What's that?
Is when Jizzy's singing Open Arms.
Could be, yeah.
I don't know why that was the first thought I had in my head when I read the thing. And I was just like, this is about equivalent to Jizzy singing Open Arms from Journey.
Yeah, there's truth to that. See, my whole argument, because there's all kinds of people on fucking Blabbermouth. They're just like, just quit, retire, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Quiet Riot has never been a band about a stable lineup.
Well, no, not really, but they do have a sound, though.
Yeah, they do, but they've gotten away from that sound too on many records, not just 1 or 2. I mean, you had several in the Shortino era, and even with Kevin there, some of those Rehab doesn't sound anything like their sound. Other than Kevin singing, it didn't sound like them at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. You want the truth, and I like Jizzy, and I hope he does well, and I hope he makes money or whatever it is that he wants to do with Quiet Riot. But at this point, do you really care?
No. But I don't understand it. It's just like, where's the appeal here?
Quiet Riot lost its appeal to me right after you hung up the phone. That's the last time I cared really about Quiet Riot.
And, when they resurrected Quiet Riot and they played M3 a year ago.
Yeah.
And I saw some of the M3 footage with the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, okay, granted it's not Kevin Dubrow, but maybe Frankie could actually sell a couple of clubs, not, make a couple of bucks.
Well, yeah, but here's the piece that I think everybody is sort of forgetting. No one was going to see Quiet Riot in the last 5 years when Kevin was in the band.
Well, aside from the package tours.
But even that, they were always on first, and they were always on first or second, and when they would go out and do shows away, they were like $10 shows.
Well, but you got to think, when it comes to Quiet Riot, if you went out on the street and talked to people who are late 30s, late 30s to 50.
Okay.
And say, name 3 Quiet Riot songs.
Can't do it.
They would have Come On Feel the Noise, Metal Health, and then they would go,
yeah. And then once in a while you would get Winners Take All.
Or Love's a Bitch.
Yeah, one of those two are Slick Black, but, most people wouldn't. Most people would have trouble with Metal Health.
Yeah, but they had 2 songs.
Yeah.
They're like Jimmy Buffett, even though Jimmy Buffett's like a, half a billionaire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
they did have Stomp Your Hands, Clap Your Feet.
Yeah, but people would never remember that.
Nor should they. That song sucked a dick.
They knew 2 songs.
Yeah.
So they're a 2-song band.
Yeah, they are. Dude, they really wrote some terrible music, too. You ever listen to that album, Condition Critical?
Yep.
Like since you've been grown, not like when you were a kid.
No, I can't say that. No.
I actually listened to it today because I was reading that news. I was like, let me listen to some Quiet Riot. And I just put it on, and I had it on my cloud, so it went from Metal Health to Condition Critical, played them back to back, and man, Condition Critical is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, god-awful. Everything about it is bad. The sound, the songs, everything. Remember that fucking terrible video for what was it for? Was that Stomp Your Hands, Clap Your Feet, or what was the big song on that one? Do you even remember?
No, I don't.
It had a video, and Kevin Dubrow was a giant, and he stomped on buildings. It was some fucking horrible video. God damn it! Now I got to know what that video was.
Well, let me look at the album here real quick.
Condition Critical singles. I forget what the song was, but it was bad. Damn, what was the big hit on that one? Quiet Riot, Condition Critical. Mama, We're All Crazy Now.
Yeah, Mama, We're All Crazy Now.
It's not even their song, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Slade tune, isn't it? Yeah, that's a Slade tune.
Mm-hmm.
That song stinks, too.
Yep. But that was the follow-up to Metal Health.
Yeah, that song sucked.
Right.
And then Party All Night was terrible. Stomp Your Hands, Clap Your Feet was terrible. Winners Take All was good. Condition Critical was pretty good. Scream and Shout sucked. Red Alert was bad. Bad Boy was bad. Born to Rock was bad. That album blows.
Mm-hmm.
God, look at All Music, 3 out of 5 stars, you fucking fags. That album sucked.
Well.
And then the other album after that was even worse than that. Quiet Riot 3.
Right.
That's really bad. Main Attraction and Wild and the Young.
The Wild and the Young.
Those are decent. Decent at best. But some of those other songs, Twilight Hotel. Do you remember that one? At the Twilight Hotel. Fucking terrible.
It's funny they put Slick Black Cadillac on there.
Oh, where?
From Quiet Riot 2. The Randy Rhoads years.
Right. Those Rhoads albums sucked.
Yeah, they weren't
You
that
have
good.
those, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
They're not very good.
Nope.
It's no wonder they fired that guy. He didn't play very good there. I think he's overrated anyway. I know that'll fucking make people crazy, but I never thought Randy was like brilliant, even with Ozzy. Did you think he was brilliant?
Brilliant?
I mean, like, you know how most people put him in the same category as Eddie Van Halen.
Well, I think they were marveling at his young age.
See, maybe, but I don't know. I just listened to it, and I mean, I listened to D and the stuff that that everybody seems to worship, and I just don't get it. Mm-hmm. I don't see it.
Yeah, well, the guy died. That's what makes him an icon.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, anytime somebody dies too early, they automatically become, frozen in time.
Yeah, could be, but you know what? At that time, there was better players.
True, but they didn't die, though.
No, but their albums are frozen in history.
Yeah, but you have to die, though. It's like an artist, whose paintings never sold, but after they're dead, then all of a sudden they're worth like a shitload of money.
Right.
Same thing.
All right, now here's the rough cut or the Quiet Riot with Paul Shortino album. I don't know a single one of these songs.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Stay With Me Tonight. Do you know that one?
No.
Calling the Shots. See, this is where you're saying Quiet Riot has a sound.
Well, the Kevin Dubrow vocal style.
Yeah, but it's this album had our boy was in there too, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Sean played on this album.
Yep.
I'm Fallen. No idea. King of the Hill. The Joker. Lunar Obsession. Don't Want to Be Your Fool. Coppin' a Feel. In a Rush and Empty Promises. I don't know a single one of those songs. I know I want to read this fucking All Music review that gave him 1 out of 5 stars. Let's see what this guy had to say. Despite the fact that they had one of the best-selling albums of the 80s, it is probably true to say that Quiet Riot had much more success than they ever truly deserved. Mm. Damn. He just goes on to smack this album, but that's funny.
Well, anyway, our pal Mark Nero checked in.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Hail and kill, in case you didn't know, Quiet Riot has now a new lead singer, Jizzy Pearl.
Thanks, Mark.
Love Hate will have a new CD called Crucified in January of 2014.
Thanks, Mark. Do you think that dude is fucking retarded?
It's your friend Mark Nero. Hand job. Gotta love it.
Do you think he's retarded?
I don't know.
So he posted out there. I posted the fucking Jakey Lee song this week.
Right.
New Jakey Lee too.
Sure.
From what's it called? Red Dragon Cartel.
Right.
And I wrote, here's a new tune from Jakey Lee. And he writes back, just okay, not great. And I was like, okay, so? And he's like, well, the Metal Madman agrees with me.
Yeah, of course. Metal Madman's all-knowing.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. It's like he's a dope. He's an idiot. But he's somehow trying to fuel, we've seen this before. He's trying to fuel it, so I'll come back and say, who gives a fuck what the Metal Madman says? And then we'll start a fucking radio war.
Sure.
We have no radio war with the Madman. We like the Madman.
Right.
Me and you both get along fine with him.
Right.
It's like, dude, find somebody else for us to fucking fight with, you dumb shit. We like him. Fucking dope.
Well, Metal Madman, he's the end-all, be-all when it comes to,
Well, whether he is or he isn't, the reality is that we have no beef with that guy. We like that guy.
Right.
We helped him get started on the internet.
I agree.
And still do.
Sure.
I just bought a sword from him like a month ago.
Right.
I like the Metal Madman. I don't know why this fucking asshole wants us to have a fucking war with him. Instead, now I have a war with fucking Mark Nero.
Right.
Because I fucking... I literally want to buy him a can of paint, dry it out, and send him dinner. Fuck. Retard. Fucking idiot, man.
Well, our good friend Irish Richard checked in, too.
Oh boy, they're all coming out of the woodwork. Huh?
Haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, well, Richard at least is not a fucking dope.
Right. So his comment.
Yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous. Please comment.
All right.
Hi, Neeley and Chris.
That is pretty ridiculous. Fucking silly.
I know you are friends with this guy.
Okay.
But this is a joke. Do musicians do anything for $1 nowadays? Have band members no regard for the band's legacy or care what their loyal fan base thinks? Do musicians not have egos anymore where they can say, I'm above all this shit and there's no way I'm getting involved with this train wreck? Here's what I'm talking about. And then, of course, he talks about Jizzy Pearl joining.
Oh, read his thing.
That's it.
Oh, that's it?
It's just the blabbermouth story. Quiet Riot has amicably parted ways with singer Scott Vocum and has replaced him with love-hate vocalist Jizzy Pearl. Pearl will make his live debut with Quiet Riot on New Year's Eve in Flagstaff, Arizona. Quiet Riot is currently in the recording studio with Jizzy and preparing for the release of a new album in early 2014. Quiet Riot, in a statement, says, we thank Scott for his past dedication and wish him much continued success. Vocum joined Quiet Riot in March of 2012 after the band played several shows the previous months with ex-Montrose vocalist Keith St. John following the departure of Mark Huff. Is that the guy that you were talking about, Mark Huff?
That's brain cancer guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Quiet Riot's current lineup is Jizzy Pearl, Frankie Banali, Chuck Wright, and Alex Grossi.
Guilty.
Quiet Riot singer Kevin Dubrow died in November of 2007.
Wow.
6 years ago.
Jeez, oh man.
Of an accidental cocaine overdose. He was 52 years old.
He accidentally OD on an illegal drug.
Did too much.
Yeah, I guess.
Quiet Riot was perhaps best known for 1983 cover of Come On Feel the Noise, the song featuring Dubrow's powerful, gravelly vocals. Appeared on the band's album Metal Health, which was the first by the metal band to reach #1 on Billboard charts.
Blah, blah, blah. Same old shit.
That's it.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't besmirch. I'm with you. I don't have a problem with Jizzy taking the gig. But, you know, is it gonna set the world on fire? No. I won't lie. I'm excited to hear the record because I like Jizzy.
Well, I like Jizzy too, but I can't imagine what does a Quiet Riot record sound with Jizzy singing.
Sounds like a love-hate record. That's what it's going to sound like.
That's my point. That's exactly what it would sound like. And then he's releasing his quote-unquote love-hate record.
So we get it. So it's for me, it's great.
It's a double album.
Love-hate records.
It's a double album.
I'm in there. I don't care what it says on the front. It's a love-hate record as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Just like that fucking LA Gun, Shrinking Violet was a love-hate record.
Sure.
But I love that record.
Yep.
I would put that as probably one of the top 3 that says LA Guns on the front.
Sure.
Would you?
I like it. Barbed Wire is probably my favorite song off that.
Barbed Wire is a good one. California's a good one.
Girl, you turn me on. Girl, you turn me on.
There's a lot of good songs on that record.
Sure.
But it sounds like love-hate.
Yeah.